Oh. Huh. Huh. Oh, fuck, sure. For a lot, huh? Sure is a lot. Oh. Here comes the wind. Here comes the wind. Oh. Oh. All right, let's go get a look. Go look see. It's just not bad at all from here. It's pretty tight groups. Where the hell is that mic at? Damn it. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Sorry. Hi everybody, my name is Mike. This is Everitt Archery, and I look like a damn fool. My hair's a mess. In my work gear. Hopefully you can hear me. I lost my my mic cover, like a little black little microphone piece. It's windy out. I'm actually on the floor looking for the cover, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. Anyway, so besides, I hope you guys hear me pretty well. I don't know if you will. I'm shooting 20 yards today, just practice. I haven't really shot my bow in a while. So I'll just give you a lowdown. Can you hear me? Actually, can you hear me? Better question. Well, we probably can. Well, anyway, listen. So I am working with a bow. I'll show you the bow right now. This is my Diamond 320. I normally have this set up where the front stabilizer is longer than the back. It's about 32 inches, I believe. Axle. Sorry. It's about 32 inches axle. About 56, 57 pounds. I'm roughly guessing. I got this HHA Optimum slider single pin sight. I have a ripcord drop away rest micro adjustment. I have this 6-inch beestinger. Oh, sorry, stabilizer in the front, and I have an 8-inch in the back. I customize everything on here. Only thing is not. Only thing is here on. Only thing on here that is original is the actual quiver, which is octane. So I took everything off. So I noticed when I put this sight on, my bow actually got more front heavy, like more forward heavy. So normally I have like a 10-inch here with my 8-inch back here. And I have like the full weights in the back, and I have like one weight in the front. But I decided, something told me to change it up. I was curious. So what I'm doing today is I usually have like that sun shield thing on here that brings it up here. I took that off, and I'm just practicing to see how it feels with the 6-inch in the front and the 8-inch in the back. and just by holding it, it feels better. It's lighter. This is a budget bow, ladies and gentlemen. It was about $470 when I bought it. My son and his friend are playing soccer, and of course they're out here when I'm out here. So anyway, I shot 20 yards real quick. It's a little windy out. This is my first time shooting the bow with the 6 and 8 and with the sight shield off. And that's not too bad, groups. That's just 20 yards. That's just, like I said, I can get them a little tighter, but I'm trying my best to just adjust and see how it feels. I do have a deer here, but I don't feel like shooting the deer because I'm just trying to see how it feels with this setup, because if my front is heavy, that means it's gonna make it worse for me to shoot. Let me turn you guys around real quick, sorry. So if my front end is heavy when I'm holding it, I mean, it's kind of like a person holding a huge weight in the front doing this. But if I can adjust the balance on it and my balance evens out to be kind of neutral in my hand, I might just keep it like this. So I'll see how it feels like that, and hopefully I can shoot this longer ranges. I mean, I have shot this bow at 60 yards pretty accurately, actually. But I'm just curious of how this setup is going to be. So I took the front thing off, and the newest thing on my bow is this rest right there, the drop away rest. I usually have a whisker biscuit on there. So again, I'm just trying to feel it out, see how it feels. Right now I'm kind of liking it, actually, but I won't know how it feels until I shoot my 40s and my 40 and my 60. Because 20 yards, you can't really judge. We have 12 guys here, 5 likes. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you like what you see, by all means, stay. Oh my God, it's horrible. So I'm trying to keep you guys so it's like down, but it's a little funky. So I'm also using a thumb release. So this is the Trophy Ridge thumb release. I'm right-handed, but left eye dominant, which means I'm shooting left-handed, and it doesn't feel weird at all. The minute I tried it out, it just felt natural. And I have 3 of the bows that are right-handed. I have 2 recurve and an old school compound. And honestly, I like it. I like left-handed shooting. But again, I'm just trying to get myself used to shooting this setup. So hopefully it'll be nice to shoot like this, shave off some weight, and hopefully I can shoot it well to go to some tournaments and enjoy it. Here we go. My son is tired and he's grouchy, so he's playing with his friend, playing soccer. And when two boys play and they're grouchy, they end up getting into a fight. So usually my kid gets into an argument with somebody, and then someone gets into him. So it's a matter of not how, but what time they're gonna going home. And there it is. Fucking good. I can't, dude. Why is it when I walk home and just enjoy my life? I'm not even gonna get involved with it. Let them be. Ugh. Nick, Grayson, I guess it's time for you to go home. Just go home and anything can go in the house. No, I just said Grayson can go home, anything going, and that's it. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm hearing. I realized one thing I've always done, which I don't like doing. When I first started shooting my bow, I was punching a lot, and I didn't realize I was punching until I realized I was punching. It was just, think. So now I use this with the forefinger. I just use my pinky. I think I pinky it in. I just turn it, and then it just pops. It works very much better like that than punching. I thought I can be a puncher, and I can't. So anyway, but yeah, this feels nice. I will make a video about how I'm going to do 3 different setups. So my plan is to do 3 different setups where it's long, 3 longs in the front and 3 shorts in the back, and then the vice versa. So like a 10 to an 8, 8 to a 6, and shoot those 3, those 2 setups, and then probably do like a 6 to a 10, then like a 6 to an 8, and see how that like works out, or vice versa. Just kind of go like this and see how it feels. But like right now, in my hand, this feels even. It feels like it wants to be balanced like that. Before it was like, because all this front weight from this site. So I'm liking it, but I don't know how it's gonna go at 40 yards. The downside is I got this sight, right? But on here, when you buy these sights, you have to dial them yourself. I mean, you have to get like a test strip or a setup tape on this, and it has like 0 to like 60, 65, right? All these little numbers. So it basically means you have to set up at like 20 yards and work your way back. So I've done that all the way to 60, and you're supposed to like figure out the number, which is like when I'm sitting here, like right now, I'm shooting 20 yards, but my tape says like 18. So you write 20 yards, 18, and then go 30 yards, and it'll be something else, and something else, and something else until it's 60. So 60 might be like 60 yards might be like the number like 57 or 55. As long as you hit your target, boom, you're good. And you take those numbers, not the range numbers, but the numbers on the tape, and I think you divide it or you subtract it. I think you subtract it. I forget. Subtract it, I think, and then that will give you the tape number you got to put on here, and that will be dialed, and that will be set up for your site. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to talk about something, and then so the point is, I have not set up my my setup tape yet. I have not set up my tape because I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do it later and later. And honestly, I actually like the setup tape because it's kind of cool, but I'll set it up soon. So let's just see what I did real quick. This is not the greatest shooting. Again, I'm very tired, but I wanted to come out and shoot, so that's what I did right there at 20 yards. Yeah, it's not bad. That one's like a little wobbly pop, but yeah, I do plan on doing other things, but like my other 2 bows are recurves, and I like to shoot my recurves, but the problem when you shoot compound so much, you don't want to shoot recurve because recurve is like, it's not harder, it's just a little bit more, oh my god, it's a little bit more, you have to put a little more effort into it. So that's the only problem with recurve. Don't be wrong, I'll shoot recurve. My original bow was recurve. So I got a recurve, I have a recurve, Olympic style recurve. I have a hunting recurve, and I have this modern compound, and I have a older compound. When I say older, I mean like 20 years old compound. It's called Jennings Huntmaster. So I think Bear bought out, no, either Bear or Gold Tip bought them out years ago. So Bear owned them and then just got rid of the name Jennings and is kept moving. So so yeah, I am shooting 3 arrows only because I don't feel like pulling out 4. So I'm just, like I said, just shooting this, getting used to it. But this feel like, even me doing this, it feels nice. And it wants to be even. So the one thing I want to talk about or say on this video right now, this live, if you're shooting your bow, right, you got a bow, or you're brand new and you don't know what you want to put on, do some research, find a brand you like. Don't listen to what people say. Like, for instance, I bought the Ripcord micro adjustment drop away rest, right? I went online, bought it from Lancaster Archery, and that's the best place to buy your stuff. Brought it to a local shop. The guy was like, "Oh, why'd you buy that? That's cheap. Those things break. I wouldn't have bought that." I was like, "What should I have bought?" He's like, "Oh, you should buy a Hamsky. This bow is a budget bow. Keyword, budget, not flagship." Hold on, guys. Not a flagship, the budget bow. And it's fucking perfect, you know? So if I'm gonna have a budget bow, I'm gonna have relatively budget parts, right? Makes sense to me. But the guy was like, "Oh, you should have bought this. You should have bought a Hamsky. That's the best thing going." Hamsky's like $200. I'm not spending $200 for a rest when I can spend 130, maybe 160 for the exact same thing, and it works just as good. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it don't make no sense to me. Even with a flagship bow, I'm not gonna buy like the Ultra View when I can get an HHA that does the exact same thing. Oh, fuck. Oh. Didn't sound good. So basically what I'm saying to you guys is, if you have a new bow and you're trying to get parts, look up some parts, see what you like, and buy them. I mean, I have beestinger stabilizers on all three of my bows. Reason why it's on 4 of them, only because of the fact that I have a different stabilizer for my hunting recurve, which is the octane stabilizer that came with this bow. So basically I took the octane stabilizer off this and put it on my recurve because it has like the little shock absorbing thing on there, and it worked nice. But always try to just experiment with a few things, try this thing out, try that out, and go from there. Because honestly, you never know what you're gonna like. And like I said, beestinger. My Olympic style recurve is a 30-inch front long rod beestinger. The 12-inch side rod's beestinger. The V bars of beestinger. The 5-inch extension on there is a beestinger. My other bow, 8-inch beestinger. But again, my point is, don't listen to what people say. "Oh, get the best stuff." You can get budget shit and it works just as good. This works just as good as anything else. I bet you if I shoot with someone has like the best bow and the best products, we'll shoot just as good, depending on your day how you shoot. So all I'm saying is, don't believe the hype. It's either Nike or Adidas, or it's New Balance. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. So don't worry about buying like this or that and the third. It's silly. I don't believe in that. That's not me. I'm gonna buy what I think that's gonna work for me and what's good for my budget. Just go with your budget. So enough of that BS. And also, I mean, I'm using this thing, and I have two things in there. I have my rangefinder and my binoculars in there. You're supposed to have one thing in there. I'm not going to spend a thing for a pouch for this. It's just silly. Anyway, moving on. Let's go look at what we did. Again, if you guys like what you're seeing and what I'm talking about, you know, click and subscribe to my channel and send me some comments and talk to me. I'd love to know what you guys think. Oh, that's gross. I did ugly. I'm tight, right? I'm kind of tight, but I kind of faded away to the left. But they're close. And again, that's 20 yards. So, oh, one more thing. This is very important. I can't stress this enough. If you are tired, don't shoot. I'm going to add a Q&A sticker. Good question. The hell? Let's see. What bow do you, you have? Does that work? All right, there you go. Did I put that up there? There you go. So I put a little Q&A up there. What bow do you have? Let me know in the comments what kind of bow you guys have, or what kind of bow you guys want. And by the way, I'm shooting Eastern Sonic 6.0s. 6.0s? Yeah, 6.0 is 400 spine. And arrows make a difference. Bow doesn't. Arrows do. Oh, that's sorry. The bow is not a big deal. It's the way it's balanced, and it's the way you shoot, and then it's the arrow. So everything comes together. That makes any sense. So if you like a certain kind of arrow, like I have 3 different types of arrows in my setup. Is it 3 or 4? Actually, it's 4. It's 4 for 4. I get this bow. I'm sorry, that thing's in the way. I got these Easterns. I got like Black Eagle. I got Black Label, I think it's called, and I have like another Eastern arrow. I got Eastern Legacies. I got these ones. Where's my thing at? All right. But anyway, feel free to ask me some questions. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. I'll tell you a little bit about me right now. Like, for instance, I did a thing where I like this bow. I really like this bow, actually. This bow is really nice. Even though it's a budget bow, it's really nice. People call it beginner's bow, budget bow. I call it a bow that fits my needs. If you're a hunter and you need 80 pounds, 70 pounds, then buy it. If you're a person that, like me, that goes outside and just shoots for fun and shoots 3 targets, get something that's in your budget, because you ain't going out and making money off it. You know, this bow does not make me money. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever does not pay me money for my products or my bow. So I'm not going to go out and spend $2,000 on a bow. Hold on. And not get reimbursed. I'm just not. It's silly. You know what I mean? It makes no damn sense. So again, get something that's going to fit your needs and fit your budget, and then you can enjoy. I mean, I do plan on buying a new. I plan on buying a new bow in December, only because this bow is 5+ years old, and I'm not getting rid of it. I just want a newer bow because I want a better bow. Because I'm kind of ready for a new bow. I want to get a 35-inch bow, and this is like a good hunting bow. But even though if it is, it's a small game bow, and I don't hunt, but I want to get a 35-inch bow because I want a bigger bow to see how it feels. And I guarantee you, I'll probably shoot exactly the same, because that's just what happens. You know, the bow don't make you better. The shooter makes the bow shoot better. So there's days where I shoot like ass, and there's other days I shoot really good. I will say, I got in that situation in that mindset where I thought different parts will make me shoot better, and they do. And they do a little bit, you know. I'm gonna get my legs a little closer because I'm getting a spasm in my back. That was bad. I moved. Like, for instance, I got myself a who's on here? 4 buys. Wow, we're up 7 people. I took apart this bow because I felt like the parts I had on are not making me shoot better. Sometimes it's true, sometimes not true. For instance, the one thing I got rid of was my stabilizer because I felt like the bow had a little ting to it, like a vibration. I don't like vibration in my bows. I want as much as I can dead hand. I wanted to just, so I replaced the octane stabilizer with a beestinger, and this takes up a lot of the vibration. Um, and I ended up getting a back bar because I needed to just kind of weight it. So again, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I got stuck in that situation where I bought things that I probably didn't need, but I bought it anyway. And I learned how to use them because once you buy a new part for your bow, guess what? Your bow is different now. It's a whole new thing. It's like having a car and changing the spark plugs, or changing the exhaust, or changing the clutch in it, or changing the engine and put a turbo into it. It makes the part, your thing, better. So it's a whole new thing. So if you put in like 4 or 5 weeks of shooting into your bow being basic, and you put a new part on, guess what? Now that 4 weeks is now kind of gone to zero, because now you have to go and reshoot the bow again and learn how to shoot it because it's different. It's a whole different beast. And I'll give you a little view of my bow real quick so you can see it before it gets too dark. The other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to experiment and see if this sight, the way it is like that without the shield on it, will give me more light when it gets dusk out. Because I remember when I was shooting this at one point yesterday, it was getting dark like this. My sight there, I couldn't see after a certain time of the day, because the time of the night, because it, the shield covered it, so I couldn't see. So yeah, that's gonna. So I don't care about range. I'm trying to work on performance for myself and see how it goes. Where the hell did that thing go? Damn it! I hate when I lose things. I really do. I am a person that will always lose something. Anyway, as you can tell, it's getting a little dark. I'm gonna shoot for maybe 10 minutes. Once it gets dark enough where I almost can't see, I'll go in the house. But I just want to come out here and show you guys what I'm doing. See, look at that. That's horrible. When I said to you, I felt one went off. I'm shooting a little bit to the right, and then that one is way over here. If I was aiming for that, I'd be fantastic. But I wasn't. I was aiming there. So yeah, shooting the deer, I don't want to do it, but I don't feel like trying to pull them out because sometimes I can't pull them out. I will say, I don't use broadheads. I use just field tips, right? Roll tide. It's a roll tide. I don't know. I went out and bought some broadheads. And I've never shot broads before in my life until recently. I went to Walmart, bought this 3-blade broadhead setup for like $11. It was like 12 plus. It was like $11.99. Brought them home. It was 100 grain tips, 3 blades on them, 11 3/4 cutting blades. Oh, excuse me. So I had like a late lunch and I have heartburn. So I'm all like just shuffled right now. Put them on this. The broadhead tip went way back, and I mean, I'll show you how far it came back. When I was shooting, it came back to about like almost. I think it touched like this. That the blade like touched this, or was in here. It was real close to here. So I had to make sure my hand was like down here, like there's a lump here. So I was making sure my hand was here. I didn't want the broadhead to go to my finger. So I made sure I moved it, and it flew pretty well. It was cool as hell. But I put on a different bow, and the arrow didn't like the broadhead. And what happened? It flew off, and the broadhead blew up. Like I could smell burn. That's how bad it hit. All right. So either way, thank you guys for still being on with me. I know I'm just a little chatterbox, and I'm doing less chatting and less shooting, but sometimes I like to chat a little bit and talk to you guys. Sometimes I don't. I do it too much, and I don't get enough shots in. But again, that's the reason why I'm on here. to talk to somebody versus talking to myself. I will say for sure, going online and going live is very addicting. I love going online. I love going live. I get addicted quick on this thing just because it's fun to do. But yeah, I think I'll have maybe 3 more shots in me, and then it's going to get dark. And then I got to go in the house. But I'm trying to see how well the sight is. And also, I have high vis blazer vanes on, so it's kind of cool to have these on so I can see. I do plan on making a video. So I go out to 3D courses and I shoot. So I plan on making a video about proper gear I bring, like a backpack and whatnot. And I'm gonna make a video about 3 different types of bags and gear I'm gonna bring with me. Ugh. It's funny because having my short end on here, I shoot it pretty well, but the longer I shoot, sometimes I either wobble. Actually, my wobble is kind of consistent, actually. My wobble is consistent, now I think about it. So maybe this is a good setup for me, but I have a little bit of a wobble. Everyone does. But I think my wobble is consistent. My wobble is a little consistent is because I'm wobbling bad because I'm not pulling enough of my back arm. So if you have a bad wobble when you're holding the bow, put more pressure. Use your back muscle more and pull it back. Your wobble should go away. But again, if you're tired, you can't think. If you can't think, you can't shoot. If you can't shoot, you can't shoot. You know what I mean? So I have a little bad wobble right now because I'm exhausted. Yeah, see, like that right there. I pulled it back a little bit more. I put a little more tension in my back on my bow, on my string arm. And then sure enough, I shot. That felt good. So if you have a really bad wobble in your bow, I'm sorry. If you have a really bad wobble when you're shooting, it's because you don't have enough back tension. So you can't see. If you don't have enough back tension, you're pushing more. You're pushing more on your bow than you are pulling back on it. So if you pull back more, just a little bit, not a whole lot, just go a little bit more. And then you'll feel it, it'll just go like that. Let's go see what we did. I think let's see not this one, I'll have another one of my last 3. What's roll tide? Can you tell me what roll tide is, sir, or person? That's gross. But again, it's consistent. I say relatively consistent, like either I'm off or I'm really off. So I'm a little consistent. It's not too bad. I think the best thing for me to do is I really need to just do a day where I'm kind of do a good stretch. And that's the other thing too. Jesus Christ, I didn't even bring that up. For you guys who are just coming out shooting, like brand new to the sport, I call it a sport. Yes, I do, because it's a sport because you have to train and practice. So I call it a sport. If you guys are just getting out here shooting for the first time, do one thing before you start: warm up. I promise you, you will shoot better. There's the guarantee you'll shoot better if you just warm up a little bit. That just means roll your shoulders, get up, stretch band, stretch it, use a stretch band and just take it and just kind of do one of these for your back to tighten up and loosen up and whatnot. This is my last 3, guys, I promise you. My last 3 shots for the night. And you'll shoot better if you do a little stretch out. Only because the fact that you gotta just warm up. I'm just exhausted, so I just want to shoot. I usually don't even warm up. Sometimes when I'm on here and I shoot for the first time, if you guys come on when I get on, like the minute you see me shoot the first time, when I say, "Hey, I'm so quack quack quack," I just shot some arrows. I literally just came out here, put on my bag, got my bow, shot 3, and that was a cold shot. So I usually don't stretch out, and that's my own stupidity because I'm just like, I don't have time because I get like an hour, maybe less than that, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes to shoot. And then I got to, go in the house or do something. But if you have like 2 hours. Give yourself 2 hours. If you get 2 hours in your day to go shoot, warm up for the first 30 and then shoot. And you will shoot better. And then when you're done with your practice, go home. When you're done with your practice, warm up again. Just practicing up the stretching. And sometimes just holding the bow in your hand will make a big difference. Jesus, I can't see shit. I can't see shit. Damn. So, to answer my question about my shield being on, I can't. It does make a difference. It makes no difference whether the shield is on or not because I can't see a goddamn thing. Right now, I can't. The natural light is going down, and my sight is almost non-existent. So this will be my last shot, guys. I mean, it's close to being zero what it was like yesterday. This bow does not. This sight does not come with a light. I can buy it separately, but you know, if I'm gonna be out here and it's this kind of like dark, I'm not gonna have a light on the damn thing. This is stupid. And honestly, the I can have a little bit of a. You can see that? That little green dot is my target, is my pin. Problem is, looking through my peep, I can't see from. So the going through the peephole into my sight, I can't see it anymore. It's like almost nothing. And this is about, say, 6:23. So that's how dark it is. It's like dark enough my ass should be in the house. I mean, you can't even see my face. Anyway, so yeah, I think this setup is pretty good for me, but I favor the 10. No fucking way. I favor the 10 to an 8. Yeah, consistent. Yeah, I'm consistent. Sorry. So that's what I just did. That's pretty damn consistent. What I've been doing, give or take. So it's not too bad. So yeah, I guess this 6 to an 8 is a good setup for me, and I will shoot my 10 to an 8 because those two were actually really nice. I think I might do that. I'll leave it like that. Cool. This is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, guys. I got to say this out loud. Experiment is so fucking key. It's so key because I'll tell you. Hold on a second. Let me go in the house real quick and I'll explain this to you. Let me just get my ass in the house because I can't see shit out here. Wow. It's just fucking. It's funny. Like when you find something out about something, you're just like, holy crap. It makes my brain like pop. So anyway, let me go in the house. Let me put this on my bench, and I'll explain this to you real quick. And I gotta go one more thing. Yeah, damn. All right, I'll put this right here for now. All right, just let's go outside one more time, guys. I gotta get my tripod, and I'll explain what I'm gonna talk about real quick. Just give me 1 second. I go back outside. I know it's bright in here, but it's not bright outside. 9 cubic feet. I got a little night light out here. All right, tripod, check. Walk back in the house, check. Everything you say to me, I'm about to break. All right. So what I was talking about was how your brain pops, or my brain pops anyway. My brain pops all the time. I always talk about when like you find something out about yourself or find something out that you just was like, let's see what happens. You can see my bow a little better now, probably. So like I said, my front stabilizer is a 6. You can't see that from here. 6-inch, 8-inch in the back, right? I usually have a 10 in the front. So I know it's just one person. Listen, I appreciate you being here. I really do. Usually I use a 10 in the front and an 8 in the back, and I shoot pretty well, but I get a little tired. So what I did was I decided to take that 10 off and put this 6 here, which I don't. I bought this and didn't use it. I bought this for my recurve, and it didn't feel right. It had a vibration still. So I never used it. So I took it off and I was like, you know, let me just take this off. So I put this on today or yesterday. I put this on. I realized I can shoot consistent with this and this will work. So now I have an opportunity to use this stabilizer, which I had not used in a long time. Like I bought it about a year ago and I used it like maybe once. And that was it. And that's all it is. I use it once, and that's it. But because I was using this one here, I was using this 8 and putting the 10 in the front, and that was it. So now that I know I can use this setup like this, I have an option to use it something else. But again, Matthews missions, that's nice. I wish I can afford a Matthews. I plan on buying me a Darton. The only reason I'm gonna try and get me a Darton is because the fact that the Darton is cheaper than a Matthews. I can kind of swap out some of these parts off this bow onto that, and I don't have to really worry about buying more parts. This is in my fucking way. I get rid of this thing. Can you just go somewhere? All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Anyway, so yeah. Basically, because I decided to experiment with my bow and shoot it, I realized now I have an option to go either from a 10 to an 8 or a 6 to an 8. And the bow will shoot just as good with either one. So depending on where I'm going to shoot at, if it's going to be windy out, or I can just, if I'm in the woods or whatever I want to do. What day, depending on what I want to do, I can use this. The hard part now I got to figure out is, can I shoot this at 60 yards and back? Or is this a good 20 yarder and that's it? Once I get past 30 and 40 yards, my longer rod will work better for me. But I won't know until I try it out. So my next little mission for me will be to shoot 3, back up, shoot 3, back up, and see how it goes. And hopefully this 6 to an 8 will work, only because now the bow feels like it's like vertical. It's not doing this. Like I said, I told you before, guys, I have a shield up for this, and I had the 10-inch here, and the whole thing was just doing this. So when I hold it, just did that. But with this on it does that. It leans back because of this. This is a really good sight, but it's heavy as hell. So it made the whole bow fucked up. But again, will I trade it for because I had a 3-pin sight, which was also octane. And then I went from a 3 to a 5-pin octane sight, which is still awesome. But I realized one thing: the pins, when I was shooting different ranges, I would sometimes get a little confused. Even though I know the pin size, I would get a little confused and say, shit, this is a 20-yard pin, but I'm shooting like 23. So raise up a little bit, and then holding up a little bit higher and shooting would make me miss, or I get lucky and hit it on the 12 or the 10. Anyway, experiment is fucking key. I'm saying it right now. Do you deer hunt? I do not, only because of the fact that I don't have a deer license. I don't have the mental capacity to get up extra early to go shooting. I have a small game bow, which is this. And I don't know if I have what like deer meat, so I've never had it. And I just don't know where to go. So I have a lot of I don'ts in my category to do that. I do plan on going one day. I'm in Connecticut. So I have to go out and get like a hunting license, do the test. And it's just like, I mean, if I can go out and just try it out one day, I'll do it. But I don't have a blind. I don't have a harness to go up in a tree. I don't have a lot of shit. So there's no point going when I can just go to a 3D shoot and shoot. So that's why I don't do that. So it's just a lot more headache for me to go when I don't have the time. I do construction. I work Monday to Friday, and I'm just Saturday, Sunday. I just want to just turn this off and just, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I shoot target, and it's easy to do. So yeah, that's something I want to like focus on. So my next adventure will be for this. will be to, I made it lighter. I made the bow lighter because of this right here, because of me changing this out. So it's a much lighter bow. I mean, I'll tell you why real quick. Hold on. I know I was supposed to get off, but I'll tell you why I decided to make it a little lighter. I was working, and then the client I'll definitely recommend. It's fun, but it's definitely takes a toll on your body. Yes, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Maybe I think not this year, but because I'll probably try it next year. I'll go get my license next year and try it out and find some. The thing with me is I want to go with someone. I don't want to go hunting by myself because I'll get lost in the woods. I'll fall. Something will happen because that's how I am. I'm a very clumsy person, so something will happen. I'll be like, "Yep, I dropped my bow." But anyway, I'll explain to you why I decided to do experiment with this. My bow was a little heavy. I know because I made it heavy. And I made it heavy because I wanted to have better control of my shoulder, so I hold the bow up. Basically, it's like lifting weights. Keep doing it more, you'll get stronger, right? So I made the bow extra heavy that it was enough that was too much. And then I picked up what was it called? It was a PAC Stealth Mark 1 carbon, full carbon technology. That thing is the lightest bow I've ever touched. All right. It was like picking up a broom with no broom on it. It was just like, what the hell is it? It was like picking up an arrow. It was like this, like picking like this much weight. Like it was like pick that like this. I was like, how is this light? It was, and it had like a few things on it. It had no stabilizer on it, but it was light. And then once I tried that out, I wanted to try to make this bow a little lighter and see what I can do with it. So that's kind of why I'm experimenting with this. And I realized for about a year, I never used this small stabilizer because I had no need for it. And I was trying to adjust it and play with it and just try and just dabble with things. I have 3 stabilizers. I have a 10, an 8, and a 6. So I wanted to see what would fit for me. So I ended up realizing the 10 to an 8 works best for me, but it makes the bow heavy. And with this sight, it makes the bow even heavier, which is the HHA Optimum X slider. So it made the bow even heavier. So that's kind of why I picked that bow up and I said, you know what, I can make my bow lighter. So took off the sun shield thing just now, put the 8 on the back, 6 in the front. So it's 1 weight in the front, 3 in the back. My quiver is probably a little weight to it, but yeah, it fucking worked out nice. So I like it. So now I have to try and play with my 10 to an 8 and see how I group with it. Hopefully I'll group well with it. If I don't, then I don't. And if I group better with this, then this will be my new thing. But again, I wouldn't know that unless I tried it out, right? So again, spare with your bow. Don't keep the same setup. Don't shoot when you're tired. Don't shoot when you're angry. Definitely don't shoot when you're pissed off because you won't shoot. And don't worry about when you miss. I learned recently when I missed my 12 ring and I'm like off on my 10 for the deer, I get pissed. I'm like, what the hell? I should hit that. But when I do that, I get into my own head and I realize I'm just making things worse for me. Shoot it, say fuck it, I'll do better, and just do better. So yeah, I'm glad you guys said, aren't we? I appreciate you guys, I really do. It is about 11:36. Dinner's gonna be done about 7 o'clock, 7:20. So I want to go upstairs and try to like veg out. But I will try and come on again maybe Saturday. And I'm gonna make a video for sure. I'm making a video about 3 different bags that you can take with you on your hunt. I have a small 10-inch, sorry. I have a 30-liter tie weed bag with, a hunting bag. I have a 10-liter, like not a sling bag, but it's kind of like a sling bag. It's like a real cheap, like Canadian bag. And I'm gonna try to go with no bag. So I'm gonna try and make this video where have the tie weed on, have like a small pocket quiver on, and have the bow in my hands and have something else, and just break it up and also have this on. So I'll try and make a video where I can put items together and see what works for me and work for you, depending on, are you that kind of guy that wants to go in the woods heavy but have everything you need, or go in somewhat light and have what you need, or go in ultra light and have really bare minimum what you need. Stay tuned for that. I have to try it out first before I do it with you guys. That way I know what I'm talking about and not just blowing smoke up people's. So thank you for being on. Like, subscribe, send me a comment, send me a like, say whatever you got to do on this. Give me a thumbs up. Do what you have to do. If you like it, if you don't, then you don't. Again, I'm Mike, this is Everitt Archery, and thank you for the time.